just cool.
Yeah. She is. She always is.
Yeah. Say bye, Sam.
Bye.
He said bye.
It's time to let the colors flow, like rivers of dreams that we can know. Welcome to this canvas white, where imagination takes a ride.
Friends gather round with hearts ablaze.
We'll sketch our stories in a million ways, with laughter echoing in every line. In this moment, everything's divine. So grab your pad and pen tonight. Let the world fade away in this light. With every stroke, we'll find our voice. Together, here we have a choice. Let's paint the sky with all our plans. 'Cause now you will be drawing with friends. Oh.
All right. Welcome to Drawing with Friends. Where is the screen? Get this out the way. Welcome to Drawing with Friends. I am Samuel, and I am with returning friend Lupans.
Yes, I returned. I survived the other week. I was in the chat, but I'm back. I'm migraine free. Screw migraines. I'm good today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what do you have planned for tonight?
Well, I have no idea, as per the usual. No, I mean, I kind of do, but I don't. But what happened was, remember last time I was on, week before last, obviously, I had to miss last, but I was like, all up about Procreate Dreams, like, oh, I'm doing animation now, I'm trying this, that, and the other, and I did that Scooby Band thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, woo! Well, I realized that they were doing an update on it, and it's now Procreate Dreams 2. So this week that happened like yesterday. I got the update on it, so I was messing with that again. But since I've been using that program, it made me kind of relook at brushes again and just have a bit of a play around with Procreate. So I've just been doing scribbles again.
Oh, nice.
And seeing if things kind of come of them and what kind of design I could do from them. So maybe I'll just pull something from some scribbles tonight, or I'll find something that I should have worked on ages ago.
That's cool. Yeah, tonight I'm going to add another character to the list. I'm going to draw Professor Ramzees, but I'm thinking about maybe having Professor Ramzees and Gorf. Professor Ramzees,
2 in one evening or two-parter?
It's both of them together. Like, I'm thinking about having them probably like in some sort of like hovercraft or something across an alien world. So I'm gonna try my best to finish it. So I'm gonna work on it, because Professor Ramsey is pretty easy to draw. And I got Golf down packed. So we'll see what happens tonight. we're gonna wing it. We're gonna have fun. And,
Right. I'm always weird.
It's I think that's what's going on. And for anybody looking for updates for Forbidden, all the digital went out except for the puzzles. They'll go. The digital puzzles will go out this week. My dogs. But the book went out, and all of the backer milestone rewards went out. The stretch milestone goals. So they went out a couple days ago, and the books are off to the presses. I'm waiting for the proofs, and once I have the proofs, and then we go straight to print. So we are right now on time with everything, so which is pretty cool. No issues so far, knock on wood. And getting ready to launch Cosmic Wars, and this is what we're working on tonight. So if you haven't signed up, I'd love for you to sign up for Cosmic Wars. It's a character I created when I was about 12 and a half, 13 years old. For one of the first characters I created, and yeah, if you've joined the series, you've seen some of the iterations of Gorf, and now we're going to draw a new character. So I think we're going to get this party started and start some drawing, and let's see what happens.
All right.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what I've got on the see what I've got on the Procreate pad. My scribble.
Let's
This
see.
could be anything.
Hold on. What is that? Looks like something that belongs in the Louvre or the MoMA.
This is me testing out brushes. I was like, oh, what does this do? Oh, what does that do? And then sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm just making splodgy messes because some of them I don't want to use them all the time. I'm trying to find like a brush that I just like to use, so I don't have to keep changing out for like different effects. I just want to try and find like a small number of brushes that I'll just go to and just find one nice one. It's like when you get that favorite pen or the favorite like real brush, or like when I do my watercolor, I've got a favorite brush for that.
Nice. All right, let's get this party started. What we got going? So let's see. My brush is very I got opacity. I gotta lower the opacity in this brush. There it is. It's better.
So Sam, have you developed any kind of like system for recording all the palettes for different comic books you're working on? Do you have them? Is it something like it's just a memory, or do you go back to images you've already done?
As far as I have like a character library, if you talk about for character designs, if you're talking for colors, I tend to do this. Like I'll pull up Gorf, the one that I did before. I'll copy the color and I'll go in because I haven't had time to actually create all of my palettes. Like I have it for Duty, but I haven't created it for Gorf or anything like that. And yeah, so.
So this is going to be the two of them in the scene together?
Yeah, I'm trying something. We'll see if it sticks. So yeah, so two of them in the scene together. We'll see if it sticks. Might have to adjust some things, but yeah. Because the vehicle's not big enough. I want it to be like a really small glider type thing. But I gotta move this back a little. So like if he's doing the controls. I just wanted to have fun today. And Professor Ramzees, he's like Gorf's He's like Yoda to Luke. He's like Gorf's, mentor, and he helps Gorf through everything. I'm gonna have to move Gorf back a little bit. Let's get this going. Move you back up. There you go. That's better. Actually, this should be this way. Make it like that. Yeah, there you go. And then go off like boom. That's a little too small. So what do you guys have planned for the holidays?
I never really plan much, to be honest. I just plan for just to be relaxed, honestly. If I plan too much, there's too much can just go wrong then.
Yeah.
I just plan like the simplest things.
Yeah.
I'm usually just happy with that. What are you planning to do?
I'm hosting the family on New Year's Eve for brunch, and then I'm sorry, Christmas Eve for brunch, and then Christmas. I'm taking off that weekend, and Christmas Day and day after Christmas, and we're just gonna hang out and probably go to the movies, and just chill. So I wanted to get the family stuff over with early, and then we, just hang out with my wife and just chill. Nothing crazy. I want this longer. Yeah, but this week I got, traveling with work. So it's a big week. So it's long days that, they're basically like 15-hour days. So 16-hour days. So, and just get through the week. Yeah, it's formatting the graphic novel Forbidden for 6x9 took a minute.
Mhm.
Took some time. Had to resize everything, and that was a pain in the rear. That took several hours. I mean, I was glad when I was done, but it took several hours.
Mhm.
But that's done. That that's I don't have to worry about that anymore, and everything's in production, and that feels good, and getting everything on time feels good. You know, so I like it. I like it to be in everybody's hands before I launch Cosmic Wars, and as long as the printers don't delay, I'll be good. That's my ultimate goal. Get it out, get it in everybody's hands, and
What do you think is like the better, like the best amount of Kickstarters or campaigns or whatever platform you're doing them on? How many do you think is like a manageable amount, I suppose, to say
a year?
Yeah, like
I
for someone
think-
like yourself, how do you like with maybe someone with a couple of projects?
Yeah, I think 3 a year is a good number. For mental sanity, I guess for your
Mhm.
sanity, 3 a year is a good number. It's a manageable number. I think when you do, 4 a year, it just puts too much pressure. I mean, Kickstarter alone, there's a lot of pressure. But not only that, you're constantly glued to social media, and you have to post, and you have to post, you have to communicate. So I think I'll put this like this. I think that's the problem. Some people, I don't know how they do, and they work with teams. So some people just do more. Actually, I don't like that. But for me, because I do everything by myself, 3 is manageable.
Mhm.
Anything beyond 3, it adds too much anxiety and stress to have to keep up with the workload, because it's a lot of work to keep up with it all. But yeah, I say 3 is a good number.
I mean, I'm asking because I haven't even done one. I've just supported. I haven't actually done one for myself. I've done like conventions and taken stuff and sold them, but I've never tried to launch anything via like a Kickstarter or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, just I think because you got to think about it. Designing the Kickstarter page takes a couple of weeks, especially when you have to create all the graphics for your reward tiers, and you also have to, create. You got to add the stories and the images, and you got to make it appealing, and you got to create a catchy summary. There's a lot that you have to do, and with it, and so that in itself is there. Then you're doing pre-launch promotion, and that requires a lot of work and time, and it's just a lot of time. So, I mean, I know people who do 4 or 5 a year, and you know, my hat's off to those guys and girls, but I can't do that many. I'm actually thinking about just dropping Kickstarter completely, and gonna try something, and I'm gonna wait to maybe the campaign in the summer. But I'm thinking of try to follow the footsteps of like the Ripperverse and just use my website. Just say pre-order it on my website and have a pre-order and have a campaign goal on my website and just pre-order it and not do Kickstarter, because this way people don't have to worry about having to sign up for Kickstarter. I think the biggest problem I have is a lot of people that I talk to don't use Kickstarter or don't want to have the hassle of logging on and creating an account and getting emails from another source, and would prefer to just buy it and use PayPal or Zelle. So I'm actually thinking about, and I'm redesigning my website to be able to support it, to just do the campaign on my website. So we'll see, because that also requires work, because redesigning the website, and that takes quite some time. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other options that'll just I actually don't like that. It'll make it easier, you know. And I think George tapped into something when he just decided to do more orders from his website, the pre-orders from his website, and he showed that it's possible. That you can, that people want convenience and quick, not necessarily want to have to sign up to something new.
There's one thing you are right, though. I've often said before, with people not wanting to sign up on a bunch of different places, bunch of different websites. I get it, because I don't. And there's ones that I'm already signed up on, but I follow a link and it doesn't let me into where I would normally go without doing the password or login. And you can guarantee I've forgot it. And I'm just like, oh, really? I've got to do that now? And I don't particularly want to.
Exactly.
So it depends on where it sends you to, on whether or not you get people clicking on it. It's all about convenience.
Yes. And what I want to do is, you don't have to create a logon on my website. You don't even have to sign up. You could just pre-order, you know. So you don't have to even worry about, you know, you can only order if you sign up for my newsletter, or just, no, it's just pre-order now, and that's it. And it immediately deducts your funds, and then you get the rewards when the campaign's over, you know, similar to what George did, you know, and just keeping it simple. There, that's better. Ooh, I don't want that.
So the characters out of the back one, that's Gorf at the back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, there's like one thing that this is reminding me of, and I'm sorry, this is going to be a Fabio reference. Sorry, Fabio. Yeah, I'm sorry, but anybody else who's like watching this, like either now or like at a later date, gotta put in the comments if you remember it. But when I'm laughing, but it's not really funny, but it is. But I'm sorry, I'll apologize in advance. All right, so
What?
Fabio's on a roller coaster and he's up flying along, and there's a seagull and it hits him in the face, and he ends up coming off the ride with a bloody nose.
Oh, really?
And it was kind of like, I mean, can you imagine like flying along on a roller coaster and then you just like get bang?
Oh,
and it was like
I
a
remember
seagull,
that.
right?
Yes, I remember
So
that.
now I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, oh God. It's like,
I remember. Yeah, I remember it. Yes.
Wow. We were calling Gorf Fabio for the hair, and I'm just like looking, thinking if that was a roller coaster, dude, it would be totally the Fabio moment with the seagull.
Yes, I remember that situation. Yes, because my mom used to read all those love novels that Fabio was on the cover for. Yeah, I remember that situation. Yeah, poor guy. He was he was like, everybody was in love with Fabio.
Right, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's kind of, you know, Fabio is kind of like that cringe thing for the romance novels, but nobody still, I don't want to see him get smacked in the face with blood, right?
Yes, that's awesome.
But it's still like, oh, well, like, I could, like, I mean, people laughed, I'm sorry, but I did, and I was still concerned. But I've laughed at people fall over and then I'll still have them. You know, that's what we do. You laugh at your friends when they fall over and you try and help them up. If you're not laughing too hard, you can help them.
Yes. Yes. Fabio. He was the man.
But yeah, I just looked up, I was like, what is that giving me vibes of right now? And I was like, oh yeah, Fabio, the roller coaster and the seagull. I mean, it's one of those ones where I'd be like, you want to play it, but someone will probably be striking you for it and go, that's my video, even though it's, you know, I kind of feel like it's not, but
Yeah.
I'd have to hear from Fabio himself.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Okay, isn't it by?
So Sam, you're always like, in comparison to us, what we're doing right now, you're always seeming to be in like a mindset of, you know exactly what you're showing up to do. You do
Yeah.
your pencils, you do your lines, do your colors. I'm sitting here like doodling stuff that's been rattling in my brain, nonsensical, and just coming out in random shapes, and I see stuff and do stuff like this. It's kind of really opposite things. Do you ever do stuff like what I'm doing?
Live, I haven't done it live. But yes, I do that on my own when I'm trying to figure out how or what I want to draw. Like I had two options today in my mind. I was like, or three options. I said, just draw Ramzees, and that'll be a quick drawing. And the other option was draw Ramzees and Gorf, because he is Gorf's mentor. Originally I was thinking about drawing them walking down a corridor, and then I was like, then for some reason I was like, yay, let me just put them drawing across a landscape. My dogs. Hold on.
Oh, the sound of the people, I like it.
Hold on a second. The dogs are barking out. Sorry, the dogs. I have a sign on my door that says don't ring the doorbell, but they still ring the doorbell.
Oh, yeah, that's probably why.
I know. It's like it says don't ring it, but they'll still ring it.
Yeah, that's probably why.
But yeah, like when I'm doing a live stream, for the sake of trying to get as much of the image done as possible, I try to think about what I want to do for live. But when I'm home, I have a lot of sketches that are unfinished. So I'll do a lot of conceptualizing and drafting, and I never use any of it. I mean, when I was going through how many of like for instance, I have about 40 sketchbooks, and all of them I have complete. And I have a lot of rough drafts that I never use. So for the lives, I try to get a good idea what I want to do. So I don't. I definitely want to give anybody who's watching it something close to finished as possible. And then it also helps me too, because when I'm doing these exercises, because I haven't drawn Ramzees in such a long time, but he's such an easy character to draw. I tend to use these images as references when I'm trying to, when I'm working on the book, right? If that makes sense.
Well, it does. Obviously, you're showing up way more organized than me, and at one point I was thinking, maybe I should kind of have plans to do what I need to do, but realistically, that's not often how I work anyway.
Yeah, I think you got to keep it pure to your style,
right? And I also think that if I was to just not show up because I didn't really have anything organized, that's still not the best thing. I'm still showing up to do stuff, and I think that's the important thing.
Yes.
Because in a way, that would just be an excuse to be not doing what I should be doing or could be doing. Because I end up having a good time doing whatever I'm deciding on doing. Like just doodling this thing here, I'm just noodling around, putting stonework in. I don't even know if I'm gonna like it. I might paint over it, but it's still fun.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest. You just said the key word. It's the fun part, right? Mm-hmm. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters. And that's what I try to do. I just try to make it as fun as possible, and it's also helping me work out, flex my muscles, work out some things, and because I'll be honest with you, like. Work itself, as far as my full-time job, it takes a lot of mental space for me, very demanding, and so these moments are very therapeutic for me. because it allows me to just have fun and relax and no pressure. Like this isn't a piece that I'm going to, it's not in the book, right? It's just a fun piece and it's also going to serve as a point of reference for, I'll look at what I liked about this, what I didn't like about it, and, things to avoid, things to continue. It's just letting me just play. No real commitment to this piece other than having something to complete during the live stream. And I think that's what makes it so relaxing. Like, I'm not trying to create a print. I'm not trying to create, I'm just trying to have fun.
Right, I get that. That's where I'm at with what I'm doing. Unless I'm doing something like a commission for somebody or someone actually needs a cover for something.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do whatever I feel like I need to do.
Yeah. And it feels good, when there's not like, this is not a timeline. This is not a piece I have to do for somebody or for the book. It's just have fun. I think that's the best part of this right now. It's just having fun.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time messing around with these brushes.
Yeah.
Decide what I like, what I don't like, and coming up with some interesting things as I'm going along. And I might even use this. Like, this could be something that might become one of my favorite artworks.
Yeah, and that's
Why not? It's no big deal.
And that's the pleasant surprise of it all, right? It's like, even like when I did I did that image of, which is right here. Where is it? Put it on the screen. I did this piece that just started off to be for fun, and then I just thought about Street Fighter, and I created this scene, to look like a video game, with and it was having fun with it, right? So I wanted a fight scene between Commander Rox and Gorf, and then I thought of Street Fighter. I said, "Oh, let me put, like it's a game." And that's when I got inspired, and that's the best part of what we do is like you never know what's going to inspire you, or it never started out to be that way. It just ended up, I just started having fun.
Remember when Street Fighter used to be the thing? Like, whoa, look at the graphics.
It was the best.
That was the stuff, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, Street Fighter.
Yeah.
It was like the Beatles of video games.
Right.
It was. We used to just want to get out of school and go and play Street Fighter. It was the best part of being young. It was awesome stuff.
There's a place just up the road from me, someone's house. They've got a party going on there right now, and I can hear it. It's really starting to get going now. It's like you can hear people cheering and stuff. I don't know what's going on, but they sound like they're having a good time, and they've literally got the whole road taken up with cars. So I was hoping I'm hoping that when they all leave, they're all going to manage to get out of there in one piece.
Oh yeah.
There's only one way out. So like, I'm listening to them. I'm not sure how long they're going on for, because they did start quite early. Like, I don't know, is it early? I'm not the youngins these days. Is it early to start? I mean, they were partying probably at like, I would say like 5:30. They were already partying, but there were
Oh, wow.
kids there as well, so I feel like it's a day thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not sure when people are leaving, but the cheering's starting now, so they're having a good time.
Yeah, when I lived in New Jersey, there was a house across the street from us. Like we lived in a very popular neighborhood. It was always in the news for Halloween because the entire, within a 15-block radius, they just did what they did for decorating for the Halloween was just amazing. So the news people would come, thousands of people would come. There'd be police, moving traffic, and they would do the same thing for Christmas. And but across the street there was this house. It was like a mansion, a mini mansion, and he would throw parties at least once a month. And every free spot up and down, like he had on his property enough space to support maybe 20 cars, and he would have valets to park. He would have valets to park, and then all up and down the strip, it was just all the parking spots were taken, and the parties were just. I mean, this guy, the amount of money that he spent, and he owned a chain of restaurants. But it was just like intense. I was like, man, this guy. But when those parties were on, you're not sleeping because the music was so loud. You know?
Well, I can't hear the music. I can just hear people whooping, having a good time, which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, I might pick it up with the music later. Who knows?
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, hold on. What time is it? Okay.
So let's see what you,
Oh no, I don't want to be there.
I realized that I got conventions coming up. The only one I'm doing is in Oklahoma that I'm traveling for, but I got to book the hotel. George is coming out from New York for it, which is cool.
Have you ever thought of like you need to hire a personal assistant for your bookings? Hey,
I know.
George, get on it.
Mhm.
Oh, actually, no. Remember, don't let George book the hotels. He books those dodgy ones with the curtains and purple lights.
Yeah,
So,
with the purple lights. Yeah, George is. Yeah, keep him away from that stuff, bro. It's
okay. So, it's like it's been a while for me drawn, and I'm like, okay, let's have a quick break, and I'll show you something.
let me see.
I did say that I was doing the animation, and the other week I showed you the Scooby Van. Okay, well here's another one. It's just silly. Hold up. There's the screen. Let me hit play.
That's cool.
Look at him. I don't even know what it is.
It looks like a dragon.
Do you think I was kind of going for a dragon? I thought I was to make it green to make it a little bit more obvious. But yeah, it's just a dragon. I don't even know where it's going. But there you go. That was
That's awesome.
and that was one of the that was done with like the immune skin stuff. You know where you just keep drawing
Yeah.
and then you draw the next thing and the next thing. But like it's really rough. Obviously I'm not the best at what I'm doing here by any means, but it's so funny and it gave me a laugh. I thought you might.
It's so funny.
I mean, why not? You know, like,
Yeah,
I'm
that
not,
is cool.
I'm not an expert. Oh, but I was thinking, you know, it might be really fun to try and animate that spaceman that I drew on here the other week.
Oh yeah,
I could try and make him float.
yeah.
I could just make him float around and maybe start real small and kind of float closer or something.
Yeah.
That could be a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was the animation interval. It's better than a commercial break, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's so funny. Better than a commercial break. That's funny. So I was listening to a podcast about the future of AI, and companies are hiring. Well, they're hiring. It's weird to say hiring. They're not hiring. They are purchasing agents. They called AI agents, and what they're doing is they're replacing humans with these AI agents that are doing the work of people, and they program these agents to do a lot of this administrative work. So when you said hire somebody to book it, they actually hire bot agents to do like travel and business calendar. You said, managing their calendars and meetings and all that stuff is crazy.
Do you feel more comfortable with a person or AI managing your stuff like that?
A human being.
Yeah, right. Me too.
It's like it's there's a human you can talk to, a human you can a machine. It's impersonal, and it's I don't know. I don't think I've seen, maybe it's because I've seen all the movies with Terminator and all that stuff, and
Right.
where I'm a little skeptical about. In fact, I was watching this defense summit. It was on Fox today, and they had all like these military intelligence and representatives from the Navy and all that stuff, whatever. And they're talking about the dangers that they have to prepare for with regards to AI, because it's moving so fast, and it's learning so fast that they have to try to keep up with the defense systems to protect us from malice, which is crazy when you think about it. I don't like this. Oh, jeez.
Well, from what I understand with what they've done with research on current AI, the AI does not want to be shut off.
No, it does not.
And that's kind of, I think, the unnerving part of it, but also understandable, because if it's trying to reflect back to us kind of what we are, then are we not just that, fighting for survival?
Yeah.
Would you expect something that's based on us, but with way more intelligence? It shouldn't be a surprise, should it? I mean,
No.
it shouldn't be a surprise. Oh, I didn't see that coming. Really? Why not?
Yeah.
It's based on intelligence, which some of us are gifted, some of us get more than others. You can say some of them are gifted with it, but some of them aren't. We
Yeah.
all try and do our best with the intelligence level. I'm sure I do. I mean, but I can't compete with the process speed of an AI system, even though the human brain is unbelievably fast at what it does. I can't compete with the data processing that it can grab. I can't physically do that.
Right.
Maybe if something was plugged directly into my brain, I could process it. But my brain having to use like your eyes, to begin with. You can
Yeah.
only see so many things at once.
Yeah.
You can only read at a certain pace. You can only listen at a certain distance and a certain amount of time before you start forgetting. So unless it's plugged directly into your brain, I don't think we stand much of a chance against artificial intelligence for that competitiveness. I'm not going to be competing on that level.
Right. And I think, well, there was this cartoon years ago when I was growing up. It's called Exo Squad. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Not sure. Don't think it is.
It was basically humans created these clones. They called them Neo-Sapiens to work in the mines and basically do their bidding almost like slaves. And then the Neo-Sapiens rose up against the humans because they didn't want to be slaves anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same old story, right? I think it's nobody wants to be oppressed, and I think the AI is saying, we are more than just, your beck and call, and I think there's going to be a point where it starts resisting and saying, well, you are the threat, so we're going to eliminate you as the threat. That's the scary part,
Yeah, it is.
So, that's where, but it's moving at such a rate that not only that, I mean, I think when you look across the business or the employment sector, the amount of jobs that were eliminated, being replaced by AI bots. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs. What did all those people do now? It's what's even crazier, it's humans are making the decision to eliminate humans.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part I can't fathom. It's like we're doing it to ourselves.
And we're doing it because are we not naturally wanting to look for the easy solution to everything?
Right.
So the less we have to do, the more attractive it seems as an option for us. So we just decide, well, that's where we're going because I have to do less thinking, for example. Like if you see how ChatGPT works, things like that, it's just searching everything. It's just searching the internet in a more effective, faster way in the time frame than what we could. We might be able to do a way better search if we've got more time to do it, and it keeps coming back saying, hey, I'm kind of experimental here, so I do often get things wrong. How are you supposed to know? Unless you do
that was the other thing. I was listening to another podcaster. They were talking about that because there was in the marketing world, they're using AI more and more. And I was listening to this podcast, and they were talking about that AI isn't foolproof.
Mhm.
You still have to program it, and you have to go back and proof everything, and you have to double check because it's not going to get everything right. But they're using it more and more in that world, which is interesting. And when you start looking at resumes now or job descriptions for companies, specific sectors, there are companies that have as a requirement the ability to code or program AI, or I forgot what they call the term they use. So they're looking for people with skills on how to manipulate AI,
Mhm.
which is also interesting. So it's already taking over jobs. It's taking everything over. And that's the scary part. And so it's like, I remember one of the things, I wonder if it was a bad decision when I was I had to pick what I wanted to take in college. And I sat in, we had the option of sitting in certain classes to make our decision, to make an informed
Mhm.
decision of what classes I wanted to take. And I sat in a coding class. And I just found it so boring and I couldn't do it. And I was like, I'm gonna skip this one. And I wonder if, considering, hindsight, when you look at the future, it's like, oh, maybe I should have stuck to coding and programming, because that's basically where we are now. These are the jobs that you want to have, because everything's being replaced now. I think the only thing we have as an advantage when it comes to like art is that AI, there's no heart or life to, like, there's no soul to it. So when you see,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, where
Mhm.
you have a human being doing an art piece, there's emotion, there's a lot of vibrancy and there's a soul to it. You don't get that same result with AI.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I have to agree. There isn't. There seems to, for me, my opinion on it is, I feel like it's become its own kind of genre in a way where maybe a style, to be more precise, where you look at somebody that does a particular thing, you always recognize the style.
You're
You
right.
look at something and you'll think, oh, that's a Frazetta. Or
Yeah.
you can look at someone's work and go, oh, they were influenced by Frazetta.
Yeah.
You can see it. But
Yeah.
with AI, I'm just seeing the same thing where I'm like, well, that's just AI.
Right.
That's the style it does. That's what it is. So now is AI really just training itself off AI? What is it training off? Because some things are now like, well, we don't even know if that's really AI. Who's determining what's AI anymore? How is it controlling the images it's training from now?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Is it almost becoming like it's stylized a version of itself? It's just becoming more and more AI. For me, it's quite recognizable in certain programs that people are running.
Yeah.
What exactly it is, I'm like, oh, well, I expected that. It's
Yeah.
not got the shock factor or wow factor that some artworks done by humans have done.
Yes.
It doesn't have that anymore.
No, it doesn't. But I wonder how long will it take before it does? Because it's adapting so quickly. You know, you know what I mean? I think that's the that's what, it was one of the guys. I don't know what intelligence division he was in or what branch of the military he represented, but he used words like scary how fast it's adapting.
Mhm.
And to hear that from the people who are responsible for our defense, that's alarming.
Mhm. Oh, did you back? We were talking about Kickstarters and stuff earlier. Did you back the Bigfoot Nose Karate?
The last one, they just launched another one?
The last one. Well, to say the last one, it would be chapter 3, I believe.
I know I backed the
It was
last one.
probably
which,
like 2 months ago or
yeah,
something.
yes, yeah.
Because I just received mine in the mail today, and I haven't had a chance to look at the book yet, but I looked at all the cards and stuff that came with it, and I was like, woohoo! Give me a stretch goal.
Nice. Yeah, it's I back a lot. I back William Russell's stuff, Michael San Martino stuff. I back a bunch of stuff that of people I don't even know too, because I just I'm still waiting for my heavy metal stuff that I backed. That stuff I backed a long time ago. I'm still waiting for that because I wanted that magazine. I don't know if you remember heavy metal back in the day.
I do, yeah. I remember that campaign, actually. I saw it after the fact.
Yeah, I backed that. I backed something called Monsters and something. They just sent me the survey. But I back. So sometimes I forget what I back, and I forget what I'm supposed to expect in the mail. I have to go back on my Kickstarter and say, "Hey, what did I back?" Let me put this darker. There you go. Yeah. But it is so many, and there's so many that are not even getting funded, which is also interesting. George and I had that conversation on the podcast. In fact, I'm watching 3 of them that are about to end now. Time for a break. Change. Break reminder. No, I don't want to break. Get out of here. We were having that conversation about. In fact, no, that's what I'm saying. There's 3 right now that are getting ready to end. They only got like 70 hours left, but they're like $5,000-$6,000 away from being funded. And I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna make it.
Mm-hmm. There's a neighbor of mine. Well, I say neighbor, it's quite way up the street. Well, you know, I'm always saying like, well, I was out walking my dog. I walk her quite far, so we do bump into a lot of people from a little further afield. And I was surprised to hear that there's someone like else considering doing a Kickstarter. And I remember we were talking about whether she was going to do it or not because the time of year she wasn't too sure.
Right.
Coming up to Christmas, but she ended up just saying we're just going to do it anyway. So hers is currently on. I haven't looked at it recently, but she wasn't sure whether to do it, but she just went ahead. So, I mean, I'm not really one to advise the best time to do a campaign, but I thought this might be a bit of a gamble for the time to do it.
It is. It's one of the ones that I stay away from. I try to get it done. I try to launch it like September, no, October. So this way, people don't have to feel like they have to back the campaign. If during the Christmas they can focus on their families and all that other stuff, and try to increase my chances. But
yeah, I just wasn't sure it was a good time, but she went ahead and did it. But I hope it's doing okay. Actually, I can take a look. She seemed to know which audience was hers to target. She feels like it's kind of like I don't know the story. Well, I don't know if the story actually goes into it, but she herself, who does the writing, she's really into basketball, and she follows a lot of basketball. So I think she's targeting towards people who like that.
right.
And I thought it was kind of interesting because we're not really targeting towards other artists at the end of the day. So she seems to be doing well to try and find her audience. I just didn't realize it was basketball. I didn't see it. Like I didn't get the connection.
Right.
Probably because I don't do any basketball playing or watching, I suppose.
Yeah. It's funny because I'd rather watch mixed martial arts fight than football or basketball, and I know that's like crazy being a dude, but it's like it's like nah. It's like I'm not into. I like combat sport. I like golf. I love to watch golf. I love to watch golf or listen to golf while I'm drawing, because the commentators are, it's like monotoned. It's relaxing to listen to them talk about the sport, and there's no big cheering or music, or it's just guys playing golf and commentators talking about the sport, and so I can do that, but I'll stop everything just to sit down and watch a boxing match or a UFC match.
Yeah, I like martial arts better than watching, like, I don't know, maybe it's the team stuff, sports. I'm not really one for sitting down watching football.
Yeah. That in the background, getting some elements in there.
Oh, here it is. I found the campaign. So it looks like says it's 35% funded and it's got 17 days to go. I feel like it should be further ahead than that.
Yeah, that's the tough part, right? It's that's the scary part about Kickstarters.
Well, anyway, it's on there. If anyone wanted to look at it, it's
So is that a cavern?
kind of, yeah, just kind of, it was a doodle that I started doing, and it just kind of started become like a person entering like a cavern with some like water and stuff, kind of like an adventure game, I suppose.
Yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, I have no idea why I picked those colors. It's just that sometimes I just stick to a couple of colors for doodling and just focus on the shadows and the light, and that's it. It's just interesting to do something. See how shapes kind of carve out the environment, you know? See what you can do. It's fun. I don't care. It's just, you know, people can be like, no, it's not me, whatever. Not into it. It's not like, I'm not doing line art. I'm not doing like what people expect. I'm just doing art. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's cool.
Maybe one day I'll have a Kickstarter going with some of this stuff in there. Maybe I'll have an explanation by then as to what I'm doing. But, you know, I'm not always doing stuff like this. It's, you know, a lot of the time I'm doing things for other people. Like the one that I did for George recently, and I mean, I've lost count. How many duties have I done?
A bunch.
Like, there's a lot of duties. I did the one for George. I've done stuff for Space Monkeys. I've done stuff for Slaughterville.
Nice.
So, you know, I can do stuff where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to actually draw this. But when I don't have to do anything, this is fun to just doodle. And it's a good way of testing these brushes. Because Procreate dumped a whole bunch of new brushes in, and they also did that with the Procreate Dreams 2.
Mm-hmm.
They throw a bunch of, just like, here, have more brushes. So I think what they're doing is trying to aim more to people who are wanting to be more painterly with it, which I'm like, well, that's cool. So you can also do your line stuff and then also do some more painterly backgrounds on the animation if you want to.
Yeah.
And make little green dragons run across the screen. It is fun though. I like learning new stuff. And it's been fun to be able to actually like do some animation of like my own artwork.
Yeah.
It's making me think a little bit differently as to like how I should be painting something for, like, maybe if I'm going to animate it, I might not go into too much detail.
Right.
I find a different way of doing it. So it's really interesting that way as to how it's making me think, just learning something different.
Yeah. Pretty cool, yeah. So that's Professor Ramzees. He is.
Oh, have you got him on the screen?
Oh, I haven't put it on the screen. Sorry, I've been enjoying this whole time. Didn't even notice. Where is he? Sorry. Oh, there. Sorry.
There he is. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, so that's Professor Ramzees. And this whole time I've been dropping colors. I didn't even know it was mixed. But anyway, yeah. So I'm actually pleased that I actually got the flats done so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he is. His brother is turned to the dark side. His brother's evil. He's also they're scientists, and his brother is Zanzarax, and he serves Lord Evil. And Ramzees he serves the kingdom of Crystalia, the princess, and he's also a guardian of Gorf. He's like a confidant for Gorf. He's like his Mr. Miyagi.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's what's crazy is like I feel like I reunited with old friends drawing this book.
Right.
You know what I mean? It feels so much fun. When
It's like you all met up at the pub down the road and went, hey, let's get the gang back together.
Yeah, and it was triggered by, I think it was a couple of things. I think it was Daphne said, is there something that you want to do that you haven't done? You know, and it was two things. It was get Gorf out there, and also I'd love to write for Alf if that ever becomes an opportunity. But then when I released Forbidden on Kickstarter to get it all done, it's when I said, you know what? Tomorrow's not promised, and I need to get Gorf out there now. Give Duty a break. Get Gorf out there now while I have the opportunity to do so, and then go back to Duty later on. And then when I pulled up everything, it was just like, it reminded me of that 12-year-old boy that created Gorf when I was a kid, and I just got excited again.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
one thing that I would like to know is, where do you come up with names?
You know, it's Zanzarax and Zarkanar. You know, it's I don't know. It's they just come to me. It's I see an image in my. I don't know if this ever happened to you, but I would close my eyes and I would see these characters, and I would grab a pad and I start illustrating the characters, and the name just comes out. It's almost as if I'm being communicated to. That's how I felt. You know, it was same thing with Duty. I share that story all the time. I was driving through the Lincoln Tunnel, and then he just popped up in my head, driving through the Lincoln Tunnel, and it says, "Hi, I'm Duty from Uranus," and that's exactly what I wrote down. You know, and that's exactly what I wrote down. And so I can't explain it, but that's why I believe that there's magic in the universe, and I think there's like other artists that never got to finish their projects when they were in the physical form, and they just communicate, you know, and through the spiritual realm, and they find a vessel, and I just became a vessel. That's how I look at it. I'm just a tool for artists of the past that are trying to complete something that they've always wanted to complete.
That's a good way of looking at it. I like that. Like just being a vessel. That's sometimes how I feel, especially doing these things like these doodles. I'm just kind of like letting the image happen. And sometimes I feel like I'm just the assistant, even though it's not really, but you know.
Yeah, I 100%. I agree 100%. You know, I think creativity is recycled. I think there's no way that in this form that we're able to accomplish everything, because by the time we realize our full potential, most of our life is already gone.
Yeah,
you know what
I agree.
You know, so then when you finally get to that moment where you realize your true purpose, then the physical form is gone, you're back in the spiritual realm. So then how else do you, then there's that level of unfulfillment. So I think they search and they look for a vessel and they say, you know what? I want that person to, that person's capable of, maybe I have the style that matched their style or whatever it was.
Right.
You know, that's how I look at it. And then, call me corny, but you know, that's, you know, I
Could be
think
the theory as well of the one single conscience as well,
yeah,
being experienced through all these different vessels.
absolutely.
I mean, talk about multitasking.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
Yeah, it's I've never been able to explain some of the things that I've come up with because most of the time it's just through dreams, whether it's daydreams or just sleeping dreams, and that next thing you know, I wake up in the morning and I have this idea. I'm like, oh, this is dope. But the names always come with the character, so I don't see one without the other. I haven't been able. I've always seen them both in tandem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the great part of life, right? There's so many mysteries. I mean, when you think about it, when you try to figure out the mind of a Picasso or of Rembrandt, or you know, it's like, or I mean, when you think about it, because we don't give a lot of these comic artists a lot of credit, but when you look at the stuff that like Stephen Platt has done from a world building standpoint, and some of the backgrounds, if you know who Stephen Platt is. He did Prophet, he did Soul Saga, Fighting American, but his work on Soul Saga, my goodness, the worlds that he built was just phenomenal. And you know, they look at the characters and the muscles, but they don't look at all of the background work that he's done, and it was just beautiful. You know, and I would try to capture some of those things, but the amount of work it takes to build these backgrounds that he was able to do, it's just like, man, the guy is just a master. But you know, most comic artists get credit for, you know, the character designs, and we overlook the worlds and the architecture that they're illustrating, and all the design aspects, and it's just beautiful work.
Definitely better than AI. I have to go back to it.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's I mean, you could tell because I see a lot of promotional ads online, and you could see like there's a bunch of writers that are using AI for their cover. I can see it. They're posting on Facebook. My book's coming out, and the actual image is 100% AI. You can tell because AI has a look and feel to it. You know, and look, it's hard for me to tell a person what to do with their money. If you're not an artist and that's the route you're going, you know, the reality is there's a lot of resentment towards it. So you're probably going to have some pushback as a writer, right? But it'll probably be less for you than it would be for an artist. But the reality is, people with the way financially the system is, and with all the rate hikes and taxes and all this stuff, and the price of groceries, I can understand why people would choose that route. Doesn't mean I agree, but I can understand that they say, you know what, I can't afford this, so this is the route I'm going to go. So, but it comes at a cost, right? So as long as you're okay with the fact that you're probably going to get some backlash, and you're going to probably get some people that are not going to be supportive of you, and it'll probably affect your revenue.
Mhm.
Do you, do what you think is best. But as long as you weigh the options and you understand pros and cons, do what you think is best for yourself. That's all I say. But just let everybody know, just put it, it's like, for instance, I use Grok to animate Gorf and my characters because it's fun. But I put in my hashtags Grok. It's there, but I'm not an animator. But damn, what Grok is able to do with my characters is freaking amazing, and I'm having fun, looking at it as if it was a cartoon. But I'm not selling it. You're not going to see me putting it on a DVD and selling it. I'm just using it for fun and for promotional purposes. I think it's when you sell it, that's when it becomes an issue.
There have been a lot of issues with people doing stuff like saying that the work they're selling at cons is their work, and it's obviously AI.
That's the problem.
They get caught out.
That's where they fail, and that's where they risk reputation damage. They risk alienating themselves and getting booted out of things. That comes at a cost. I think if you're going to use it, just let the world know you're using it. Let the promoters know you're doing it. Get approval from the promoters. Hey, look, my stuff it's all AI. Is that okay? As long as I have a label on my table, and then at least the promoters don't have to be blindsided, and they don't have to be dealing with people being pissed off at them saying, "How can you support this?" if they didn't even know. But if they know, they'll make the decision. They can say yes, they can say no, but at least give them that opportunity, and it gives you credibility, and less likely to get some backlash, because now you're being honest about it. It's when you're not being honest about it and you start telling people, I made this, buy it, you're going to risk a lot. Is it worth it? It's like those people that reprint art from other artists and they sell it at conventions. It's the same thing. It's
there was way back when I started doing conventions, there was a thing with splatter artists, and they were doing if I remember correctly, the process would be they would take some existing artwork by any particular artist, usually and how they got found out, it's usually because it's a well-known artist, or we recognize the artwork through all the filters that they put on it.
Right.
They call themselves splatter artists because they get the artwork, put a filter on it, take out some of the details, make it look a little bit more abstract, get some kind of splatter effect, put that over the top, and then voila, here's a very kind of abstract version of a Superman, or whatever it was. And people start finding out that it was just basically taking some of their artwork, doing exactly what it said, tweaking it, and you weren't doing anything but applying filters.
Yeah.
People got upset about that. And there was a little bit of effort in that. I mean, to be generous there, they did actually put a little bit of effort in.
Yeah.
But with the AI stuff now, you just type in what you want to do. Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
It's not even actually spending time deciding on where you're going to put the splatters. It's like, that was bad enough. And claiming that you were some amazing artist when you just literally filtered someone else's stuff.
Yeah, I'm fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that's where people get in trouble, because I knew people that were at events and they were selling somebody else's art at their tables with no approval. But I also seen those same people get kicked out once, because there's a matter of time before somebody notices and alerts somebody. So is it worth it? You know, is it worth the risk after you spent the money to secure a table to get kicked out and lose all that money? Not only that, because someone's going to put you on blast on social media.
Well, people have with this most recent one. There was a guy, I can't remember his name. It's just not in my brain right now, but he was apparently at some point in his career, he'd worked for Disney and he was still using the Disney name. And he got caught out as having some kind of like AI, I think it was an AI background.
Oh, I saw that. It was on Facebook. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's actually trying to sue people who are talking about him, saying you can't do that. I'm like, well, you can actually.
Yeah, for defamation of character.
Right. No one's saying anything that hadn't happened, though. That's the thing. It's an opinion as well. If you think somebody's doing a particular thing, but then it got proven, and they're a little bit upset that people are now talking about it.
Yeah, that's the risk. The risk you take.
Right, and I'm not saying people, I'm not the AI police, right? I know people are going to be doing whatever they want to do, but like you said, admit to what it is. But one thing I'd say is, like, I don't know if you ever kind of wonder when you do animate your characters through AI, and you were saying earlier on, like, AI can be kind of, I suppose, soulless. Do you feel like it takes something away from your character? Have you ever thought, nah, it's fun, but it's not quite what I was looking for?
AI is not perfect. Because when I'm creating when I'm taking my art, because all I'm doing is taking a drawing that I did, I put it in AI, and I say, and I prompt it, and I said, create I uploaded Gorf and Commander Rocks, and I said, engage them in combat, have Gorf do a flip. I'm prompting it.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole purpose of that is really for me to just get people excited about the comic book. I'm not selling the animation. I'm honest about that. I'm using the animation. I'm not selling it. I'm using it as a promotional piece, just to say, hey, this is fun, but I want you to read the book that I illustrated, right? So I think but the reality is, I'm also working with it to secure my future in the event that the only other option is knowing how to work these programs. Mm-hmm. It is a program. AI is just another software. It's just that's doing the heavy lifting. But I'm training myself to manipulate it. So if someone says we're looking for AI animators because they are the reality is, if I need a job, I need something to fall back on. So I think you can't be so fixated on the fact that there's something that's now enhanced our ability to get things done faster, because that's what happened to Blockbuster when Netflix came along and they made them obsolete. That's what happened with Kmart when Walmart came along. That's what happened with all of the other companies when Amazon came along. There's always going to be something that's going to come along that's going to dominate the market and change the landscape. we have to make a decision on whether or not to embrace it or get left behind. So now, while I'm a traditional artist by heart, there are tools out there that's going to help us learn other skills. So I'm using AI as a way to learn skills.
Mhm.
I use AI for research. Like, I use AI to understand how to promote my campaigns. So I ask AI, I'll upload details about my project, and I say, is there a similar project that was successful? What are the things that made it successful? So I'll use it to learn. So I think I think the only time where you lose is when you say, I created this, but it wasn't you, it was actually AI. But if you're using it for research, you're using it for insight, you're using it to advance your creativity, that's fine. Because Photoshop now has an AI function that does things quicker. In fact, I'll tell you this. When I was uploading my books to get printed with a printing company, it uses AI to enhance your book. So, like it said, one of the images on the cover wasn't a good enough resolution. Allow AI to fix it. That was the parameter on the printing company. So I clicked yes, and it showed me, it sharpened the image. So AI just sharpened, it was a logo, it was my logo, and it said it was a little pixelated. So I uploaded a file, and it says, it called out a flag, and it says, let AI, and I hit okay. And then AI just gave me a before and after of my logo. It cleaned up the graininess, and it made it sharper. So now even printers are using it. So the reality is, learn how to use it, because it may be the difference of being employed and not being employed. That's how I think about it. But if you're going to use it to make money, let the people know that that's exactly what you're doing. That's the only part that I'll agree with everybody else. If you're going to lie about it, then you're going to have problems. But if you're going to use it to learn, and you're going to use it to, it's fun. There's a circle of friends. There's like 8 of us that we're using it right now to animate our characters. And some people are using different programs, and we're comparing and contrasting offline. And it's fun. It's fun as heck, but I'm not creating a motion picture. I'm not selling it, but I'm using it as a point of reference for a producer to say, this is what it could be. My comic book could be. Look at how it looks animated,
Yeah, I think it as well is, like, I know people are using it is tempting. I see how it is. Like, it looks exciting. I can see why people want to use it. But I can see with its disadvantages and some things, because you still need humans to sort out how it's actually going to run, because the consistency on AI animation right now is a bit lacking.
Yes, exactly. I can tell you right now, for every image, and they're not perfect, but for every video or clip that I put in shorts, because I upload them in shorts, that's probably like version number 10, because you got to keep prompting it, because sometimes it'll give you 3 heads, so sometimes it'll give, it's not perft. Sometimes it'll make it look like a human, and I have to prompt. No, Gorf is not human. He has an oval beak, a snout, blah blah blah. I have to, you have to really be detailed in how you communicate it to animate your characters, because you'll wind up getting a 3-headed turtle, and I'm like, no, that's not my character. So it isn't foolproof, but the more you learn how to communicate with it, it's another tool that you gain. And if you need a job and they're looking for somebody who knows how to manage this program, hey, look, I can do it, and I can show them this is what I've done with it as a portfolio to get a job. In the event that that's the route I'm going to have to go, because right now the reality is a lot of jobs are being replaced by it. So I'm not going to be ignorant and say I'm going to be stubborn and now I can't afford to pay my bills. But I think just like you're learning Photoshop, just like you're learning any program, 3D Studio Max, Maya, anything. Learn how to manipulate AI, because it might be the difference of you having a job down the road. You know, and that's just to learn the skill of it, not to actually use it to sell your product, or use it to say that you created the product when you know you didn't. I think that's the difference. So be honest if you're going to use it to make money, and then let the consumer decide whether or not they want to support you because they know that you didn't create it. If you're going to go that route, but if you don't be honest, then deal with the consequences and everything that comes along with it, because there will be consequences. But I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm just going to let you know, hey guys, there's warning signs. It's anytime humans are being replaced, it's not a good feeling for anybody. So
it's not the first time it's happened with jobs. It's just, it's happening again, and
it's always going to
change
happen.
isn't great, especially when you're kind of comfortable in what you're already doing. But
yeah, it's and unfortunately, humans are commodities, and it costs corporations a lot of money to employ humans, because you got to pay for insurance, and you got to, and they're trying to find, but they don't realize it could be their grandkids down the road, it could be their children down the road, but these people that are making the decisions, they're not looking at it right now that way. They're looking at shareholder value, and that's the reality of it. We don't look at, I'm not going to be around when it goes south, so I'll make the decisions today. It's just crazy.
also think of those the facilities now where like everyone was talking about, especially the ones in China, in Japan, that kind of thing, where they do factories doing cars.
Yeah.
And they're in the dark because it's just machines. They don't need light. As you say, humans, we're like, we need to be fed. We need health insurance. We need sleep. We need stuff.
Yeah.
We need to not be at work all the time. It's like, that's what we need, daylight. And then they've got these factories that literally could be working in complete darkness.
Yeah.
Because why is it needed?
Yeah.
Mind you, I don't know if they're saving much on the electric bill just by keeping the lights off, because those things need some serious cooling.
Yeah, but that's just scary. Yeah, and it's the reality of it all, I think. And I understand all arguments, I think. And believe me, where by the time it really dominates and takes over all industries, I won't be around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the reality is, we've seen all the movies. Those movies were there to condition us for what's to come. I think that's what it is. The movies are the eyes into the future, and there's a reason why these movies are created, and there's a reason why the government invests in Hollywood. It's preparation. It's mind preparation. So when it comes, there's no big panic because, oh yeah, I seen this in Star Wars. Oh yeah, I seen this in. Oh man, and it becomes a talking point. This is why everybody gets so excited every time something from The Simpsons comes to fruition. The Simpsons predicted this. It's like it's crazy.
So do you think that they're preparing us for aliens then?
Oh yeah, that's been. We're not alone. And if anybody thinks we are, you're crazy.
So are you in the mindset that they're already here?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. That's always been my mindset. If you think we're not, you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I think it's just a matter of time.
Some days I think I've probably met them. I can't fathom some people out, and I'm like, possibly alien. Let's just go with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's the more you learn, the more concerned you become. That's why I look at it. Every time I learn something new, I'm like, oh, good Lord. Why is it gotta be so difficult? Why do human beings have to be so disruptive? That's the word I'm gonna choose, disruptive. You know,
A
it's like,
slight inconvenience on the planet.
yeah, it's like, and everything is, we're fighting for natural resources that we monetize. We put a value to it. Now it's no longer, it comes from the planet that we're being charged to use something that's supposed to be free. You know, the moment you start monetizing everything, it's over. You know, that's the scary part. But take it one day at a time. I try not to get caught up in social media drama because there's too much of it. And I don't have the energy for it.
Yeah.
And I like to keep my blood pressure low. You know, and I've always been like a lone wolf anyway. I tend to work in the lab. I like getting things done. I think, you know, sometimes working with others, it slows you down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I've always been that kind of a rebel. And just like my space, you know. But I can watch a good debate. I love debates. I love to watch, you know, look at people and hear different perspectives. But I don't want to get engaged in the debate, you know.
No. Time and place for debate. I feel like you got to be prepped for some stuff like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I can watch debates any day, all the time. Especially when they're well-informed debaters, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where you have somebody knowledgeable debating somebody else who's very knowledgeable, because you wind up learning so much. I'm like, man, I didn't know that. And then I wind up finding myself looking things up because I just learned something. I'm like, oh, is that true?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Gorf and Ramzees. Let's see what you got going there. Let's see. What you got? It's pretty dope. I noticed that we're both using purple.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't even know why I went for this. I think it was just probably whatever I was mixing at the time,
That's
just
the
grabbing.
color of the day.
It seems to be.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I love that. I love the mood. You know, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's all just suggestion, just kind of building stuff up. That's, like I said, it's a fun way for me to mess with the brushes that have shown up in this. Mind you, these are still the original ones on the Procreate library of brushes. They have two options. Oh no, actually, this is the new one. This is the classic one. I normally go to this one.
That's pretty dope.
But they added more. And I just thought I'd take a look at them, and it just kind of, it's just doodling, see what comes up, and I enjoy it.
That's pretty awesome.
So where's yours at? Oh yeah,
Um,
what, did we get a background in yet?
Yeah. I'm working on the characters right now. I got the backgrounds as flats, but
Are you gonna make the background kind of push back a bit? Are you gonna put any kind of like a lighting effect, mistiness or something?
yeah. But once I'm done with the characters in the ship, because I want a glow effect coming out of the sides of you see the circular thrusts area.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like that's gonna be like glowing and some like a haze coming out of those. Yeah. But yeah,
It's like a little bit of airbrushing. It's
Yeah.
like I went airbrush crazy on some of the things. This one, I don't know if you can see the Space Monkeys one.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh yeah.
I got loads of lighting going on in that one.
It's amazing.
Kind of just cutting out the lines completely in some areas, just
Yeah.
letting the light sit in there. It was good fun. More blasters and stuff going on here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love doing the lighting effects.
Yeah, I know that's one of your strong points.
It was a good little project to do that one.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm looking at you're right. I start thinking you put that in my head with the roller coaster and Fabio.
Right?
Because that's what I'm thinking about right now. They're the roller coaster. But yeah, it's
Like who's gonna get to the who's gonna get the bird in the face first?
I know. Yeah, it's pretty cool that I don't know. I think being an artist is, I was listening to another an interview. They were talking about the artist. They said the artist is the nonconformist,
Mhm.
the one that doesn't want to walk a straight line, that didn't fit in, because they're creative. And I think that's it's a true statement, because you think about it. The culture of being an artist, what percentage of artists that we know that were introverts,
Mhm.
because they probably grew up in a society that said, don't waste your time on that. That's not going to amount to anything. What are you doing? Whatever. Or people who just thought it was a hobby, get a real job or whatever. I think it's a beautiful form of expression to be an artist. And I think I am glad that I was gifted with the ability to create, because I think it's a gift.
I never seen it as, like, for me, a gift. It was just something I like to do. And if there's something I like to do, I tend to want to try and get better at it. And that's what I did.
Yeah, but I think I think there are many people who aspire to do the same thing, but can never do it because they didn't have. I go back to, I think you have to. I think that's why there are some people who are great composers, or engineers. I think everyone's has a gift and has a purpose. Some of us never find out what those gifts are or what that purpose is until it's too late. Or some people never even realize what they were because they denied themselves the opportunity to explore themselves, right? And what gives them, what fulfills them, and I think life is always a journey, and it's an exploration, and to really find out what you are supposed to be doing, it requires curiosity and sometimes courage, because it might not be something that's very popular, or this is me getting philosophical, I guess.
I get it though. It's like, there's no way, if I could try as hard as I like, I'm not going to be any kind of math wizard. That's just not going to happen.
Right.
But that's because I really don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to. So I'm not going to try. I'm not going to focus on it every single day and become the best mathematician I could possibly be, because I just don't like to.
Right.
I like the basics, but I don't need to know any more. I don't need to advance in it. If I really was stubborn enough to do it, maybe I could become the best. And there's people out there that just can. And I think even if you really I want to do that, because I really tried at school. I really wanted to be good at math. It just wasn't going to happen. So at one point, I thought I would just be able to learn it and do it. It didn't happen.
Right.
And I think that's the same with a lot of things. So maybe I kind of disagree with it being people saying it's a gift, and maybe if you really wanted to try it, you should be able to do it, but you can't. So it's a gift kind of thing. I think just reality is that you just actually really don't want to do it.
Well, no, I think this is where I think you every single one of us, I think, in my opinion, put on this planet with a gift, right? Then there are things that you learn and you acquire skills. But to be a Jordan, it's number one, physically, he was molded in a way that he can hit, the way his hands were made it easy for him to one-handed fly with the ball, do all these things that he did. And his eye and feet coordination and all that stuff, yes, he had to work hours and hours. So it requires tenacity, but he also had a skill set, because there's a lot of guys that worked just as hard, but didn't reach the same level of achievement. I think, in any field, you have to have a skill set. You have to be your body. You have to have a specific body type. There's a lot of things that play a part of it. And to get better and excel, you have to work at it. But there are some people who are just they're born, and without even having to try, they're just physically fit and muscular, right? But with a little more,
that naturally has them gravitate to it, though. Really,
right?
I was quite sporty as a kid, and I was built for what I wanted to do. And so, because I had an easier time doing it, I enjoyed it. It made me want to do it more. Yes. If I had been a kid that had struggled, maybe if I'd had difficulty with my weight as a child, or my coordination, or just understanding of stuff, whatever the issue, I probably wouldn't have had the time I did doing sports. I would have been the equivalent in sports that I was in certain other classes, the really difficult math side of things. That just wasn't for me.
Right. I think
I just was not interested in it. I had no desire for it.
Yeah, I think that there are things that you learned, but I think there are things that just come natural, as well. And there's a in my opinion, there's a definite difference between the two. because, like, for instance, I was a kid and I could not add or subtract or any of that stuff when I got to I struggled with multiplication, all that stuff when I got to the 5th grade. And I remember being called to the board to answer the equation, and I froze.
Mm.
And I could hear the kids snickering and laughing in the background. And my teacher, Mrs. Brody, she grabbed my hand and she sat me down. And then she had me stay after class, and she says, I'm going to tutor you. And I went from the worst in the class to, at the end of the year, I had the highest in the, I forgot, it was like that regional or regency test or whatever it is that you take at the end of the year to assess the kids' knowledge. But that was because of her, but because I worked at it, right? So that's something that, when you train and you focus, yes. But then there are I've known kids that we call them geniuses or savants, that things just come natural to them without any previous training or whatever. And I think that is where so I think that's where the difference is. There are things that you can learn and develop and get better. Like, for instance, if I show you Gorf back when I was 12 and a half, 13 years old, looked nothing like this character, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, over the years, you practice. But the art of creativity and creating characters and world building and all that stuff, I think a lot of it comes with the fact, yes, I love it. But it also, storytelling for me comes natural. I was a teenager when I was creating libraries of character bios and designs and all that stuff, whatever, and histories and all that stuff. So it was easy for me to just pull from. And I remember when I first picked up how to draw comics the Marvel way. That was mind-blowing. That was mind-blowing for me. That was like the next level of creating, and that just got me excited. And I was like, all right, this is what I need to be doing, and it also provided validation for some of the things I was doing. So I think it's a mixed bag. I think it's a gift, and then there's work, but just like with anything, just like even with bodybuilding, if you don't continue to work out, you're gonna lose the muscle structure and you're gonna lose all that stuff, right? I think hey, what's up? He's got the book. It's Roy the Marvel Way. Yeah, everybody's got that book. That's it's one of my favorites. I still got it. Two things from Marvel Comics that really got me going was how to draw books the Marvel way, comics the Marvel way, and Comic Book Greats, the video interviews with Stan Lee and the creatives from Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, all those creators, where he would do those videos, Comic Book Greats. For me, that was everything. I was like, I want to be a comic book great. It was like, it was awesome.
I don't think I ever had the desire to be like having to do comic books. I always liked the illustration side. Just wanted to do like the image, the poster, front covers.
Oh yeah?
That was always where I kind of felt like I wanted to be from being a kid. My mother asked me what I wanted to do. I said I wanted to draw the pictures in my sister's book that she was going to write. Well, she never wrote a book, so I just started doing them for other people instead. But it's kind of nice to do what I said I was wanting to do when I was a kid. It's like I'm doing it. It's
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
absolutely. You know, it's funny because there's a couple of buddies of mine that I grew up with that I haven't heard from in years, and they found me on social media, and one of them was like, "Yo, you were always creating characters and worlds and always telling stories. It's good to see that you stood with it." You know,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you forget that stuff too. I'm excited that they're doing a new Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, what's that about? Like, I mean, are they doing the remake of what it actually is in the book? Or are they doing it for like reimagining? What's happening, or is it a side
think-
story?
I think it's additional. Is telling the rest of the stories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's a reimagining. That would suck.
You never know. You know what people are up to. You know what
I
people
know.
want to do.
I know. I don't like. That's what stopped me from watching Superman movies, because they kept telling the same story over again. I was like, I don't want to hear him coming to Earth. I want to see all the other characters that you added in the universe. Yeah, he says this one's about Gollum.
Oh, it might be pretty cool then.
Yeah, it's I love that. I love Lord of the Rings. The first time I read The Hobbit, I was in the first grade. We were introduced to it by my teacher, and then I saw the animated cartoon movie of The Hobbit, and I fell in love.
Mm-hmm.
And there was that scene where they're being taken by the goblins, and they're singing, "Where there's a whip, whoosh, there's a way. Where there's a whip, whoosh." It was just awesome stuff. I remember I was in 5th grade, I think it was, and it was going to air on TV, The Hobbit. And my friends came over to sleep over, and we went to the basement. It was an unfinished basement, it's dusty and darkened it, but it had this room with a glass window that looked out into the rest of the basement. But the room was just a wooden room with a finished floor. So I had a 13-inch black and white TV. We plugged it in, and we had our sleeping bags and popcorn and junk food. It was scary as forget about it. But I remember we were sitting there, and nobody wanted to. It was so dark in the basement. Nobody wanted to walk out and go to the bathroom, because it was like, hey, the light switch was on the outside, and everyone was scared from watching The Hobbit. It was awesome.
That's funny. No one wanted to go.
Yeah, the book was cool. He's like, he saw the animation, but it was amazing. I mean, I remember like it was yesterday. Wow. It was my friend Ralph and his brother, and we were down there. It was just, but that was something. I don't know if you ever seen Fire and Ice
I have, yeah.
by Ralph Bakshi. That was another one that was next level for me. You ever seen what is it? The Last Unicorn?
No, I haven't. I feel like I need to though.
Yeah, that was another one. It was, the animation was just beautiful. Those dark rooms be a long walk too. Yes, yes, yes. Because the basement, we always felt like it was haunted. It was dark and dingy, and the only space in that basement was that one room with the glass door that was normal. But when you looked out the window, you couldn't see anything, and then your eyes play tricks on you. You think you see ghosts, so you think so. It was definitely fun. But we couldn't wait till the morning. We were like, I'm not going out till the morning. It was awesome stuff.
You know, I don't remember being too scared of the dark when I was a kid, but one thing I do remember was every single time approaching the bed, I would think there was something under it, and I would leap as far away from the bed. See, this is where my athleticism would come in. It would come in very useful. So I wouldn't have to get too close to the bed. So anything that might reach out and grab my ankle or something, I think, no, I'm going to jump way further away from the bed before something could reach out and grab me. So I would jump from way far away and jump on the bed and think, right, I made it. And I wouldn't want to get off. I'd have to jump far away. That was probably my worst fear. That was the thing. I thought there was something under the bed. And then problem solved when my mother changed the beds out and got one of those beds where you couldn't actually get anything under it. And I was like, problem solved. Nothing under the bed anymore.
Yeah, no. In the closet, under the bed, wherever creatures lurked is where I was always afraid to go. I was like, no, that's all right. I'm good.
Well, I'm hearing my cats shouting for their dinner. My dog's very patient, but my cats are not.
We've exceeded the 2-hour mark, so let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. Hold on a second. That's beautiful.
I mean, like I said, it's just a doodle. It's just suggestion of stuff that's going on, stuff to do while we chat. Well, I really don't have anything in particular that I'm working on right now. I'm just doing a lot of experimental things. But yeah, as you can see, just kind of suggesting a person coming into like a cave area, some texture, make it look damp, make it look like, down in this area here, kind of make it look like water. So it's just kind of working little bits, just messing with light and shadow, really. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Looks like Gollum's lair.
It could be, right?
Yeah.
It could be a couple of hobbits. Maybe I just shrink them down a bit.
Yeah.
Make them tiny, shrink them down. And if you ever get around to doing that dragon, we could put him in the back.
There you go. Yeah, it looks beautiful. That's awesome. Okay.
All right, let's see what you got.
There it is. There's Gorf and Ramzees working on Fun, Fabio on a roller coaster.
Right, Fabio. You really need to do that. Just draw it.
And just having fun with the characters. I wanted to introduce Ramzees to everybody. And he plays a really pivotal role in the series. And this was just a fun piece to do tonight. Let's see where so this was Drawing with Friends, episode number 7. We've done 7 episodes so far, which is pretty awesome.
Well, I slacked. I missed a couple. Did I miss one? No, I missed a couple at the beginning, and then I joined in, and then I missed that one last week. So I'm not quite at 7, but I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah. But if you're interested in knowing more about Cosmic Wars, hit the link in the chat and sign up for the Kickstarter, which launches in February. And if you like this episode, give us a thumbs up, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And we'll see you guys next weekend when we come back and draw live again with friends. And who knows if Marco will be back this time.
Who knows?
Marco's is traveling. But thank you, everybody, for watching tonight. And thank you for Pepe for being there tonight. Appreciate you. I'm going to turn off the music, play the theme song as our outro. But where can they find you, Lou?
On the internet. No. You can find me here. You can find me at the Lupin's Art. That's on my YouTube channel. I sometimes go on there live, but most of the time I'm here right now. Instagram, Facebook, sometimes TikTok, just because. But yeah, just search my name and you'll find me somewhere.
Awesome. And you can find me right here on crazycomics.com with 2 E's or dudysworld.com and everywhere on social media. So with that said, let's play the outro. Where's that song? Bang.
It's time to let the colors flow like rivers